Start recording. I'm always afraid that I'm going to stop the stream accidentally. Okay. So. Button. We are now going to play a little bit of Hitchhiker. Mad About Pandas. Developed by Versus Evil. Came out on the 15th of April 2021. Thank you to Ideate Xbox for the code for this one. So yes, published by Versus Evil, developed by Mad About Pandas. It came out on the 15th of April 2021. And it's currently £16.74, or $99.99. It has been on sale before. It says a 2 to 3 hour completion, so we'll do an hour of it. Timers 1 hour. So Hitchhiker is a mystery game set along lost highways where your goal is to solve the puzzle of your own backstory. As a hitchhiker with no memory or destination, you catch a series of rides across a strange and beautiful landscape, tracking the mysterious disappearance of a person close to you. Your drivers range from stoic farmers to off-duty waitresses, and each one has a story to tell. Clues appear, alliances emerge, and nothing is quite what it seems. As your journey continues, you must decode the events of your past while confronting the dangers that lie ahead. It's a road trip odyssey about exploring the unknown in order to find yourself. So that's cool. So it's sort of like a chill, puzzly game. So we'll do an hour of this. No worries. Have a good burb. Nope, I like having the individual videos to just upload straight away from a folder on my hard drive, Jesse. It's much easier than trying to do highlights. But I do appreciate the suggestion. I would do that if it didn't record properly. That's what she said. And because my chat's not showing on my overlay, no one knows what you said. Subtitles on, font scale. Audio, let's turn the music down a touch. And down a touch. Controls. Cool. Right, new game. Okay, California driving license. Thank you, Dan. That's very sweet of you. Every moment of my stream is a highlight. Such a flatterer. Ooh, pretty. Very pretty. Hi. Ooh, raisins. Open my backpack. I've got a toothbrush. Gonna kick a can because why not?
So, where are you headed?
Chewing tobacco.
So, where are you headed?
Shrug. Raisin guy. Poke the raisin guy.
Not the talkative type, eh? That's okay. Most people I pick up are just waiting for their turn to talk. Want a raisin?
Sure.
They're from my farm.
Okay, now I'm having some kind of... Oh no. The raisins were poisoned?
Don't agree with you yet. Strange. They're Thompson seedless. Good raisins. We still farm more of those in California than anywhere on Earth.
What did you do to me?
You want to know the clearest evidence that reality isn't real?
Yes. Please and
Raisins and grapes, man. They're the same thing, but they taste disgusting when eaten together. Obvious bug in the program there, right? Memory is a slippery thing. Think about when somebody asks you about this ride later, assuming you even know where you're going, and get someplace where somebody can ask you. Hey, how'd you get here anyway? They'll ask you. Oh, I hitched. And your brain will flash back for a second when you say this. And it'll show you a frozen snapshot of yourself, sitting in this car, talking to me like we are right now. But which moment will it actually show you? Will it be this one? Or this one? Or this one? We think we remember how people really were, how our lives together really were. But when we think back to them, even the people we cared about the most, all we're doing is snatching moments out of the air. Just grabbing another raisin out of the box.
Are you
My
trying to
wife.
remember?
She's dead now, but you probably guessed that.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks, but you don't look like you're doing so well yourself.
What makes you say that?
Takes one to know one, right? I can always spot someone who's grieving along this highway. They usually stand on the road with a dazed look on their face and their thumb up in the air.
Have we met
No,
before?
I don't know you. Just know the type.
So what do you
My
remember
wife.
about her?
If I'm totally honest with you, I don't really remember what she looked like.
Love is the extremely difficult realization that something other than oneself is real. Iris Murdoch.
Remember everything about her. Just not her face. Some people have faces that are easy to remember. Doesn't seem
Just
fair.
have a toothbrush. Yeah, I've
Sure.
noticed that too.
It's not as easy as people think. I'll give you an example. You think you're present in the moment? You've been talking to me for a few minutes now. What color are my eyes?
Grey.
Nope. Well, like I said when I picked you up, some people are just waiting until it's their turn to talk.
Well, they looked grey when I looked at them before he asked.
Hey, kid. Do me a favor and close the window, would you?
When did the matchbook appear? Help with a phone
What you
number.
got there?
Matchbook with a phone number.
That's my number. I used to leave those all over my car in case my car got lost and somebody found it.
Wasn't there a minute ago?
But yeah, feel free to call me anytime you get in trouble. That's better. Now, where were we?
Complete tutorial. Where are we headed?
Not much profit in talking geography with someone who doesn't know where he's going or where he's from. But if you want to know, the trunk of this car is full of 4 bushels of raisins that I'm driving
To my
to
brother.
my brother's place in Intercourse. That enough info for you, Copernicus?
Wait,
Yep.
Intercourse?
Intercourse, Pennsylvania. You're not going to believe this, but my other brother lives in Lampshade, Texas. I once picked up a guy who'd been to the Czech Republic. They've got some really weirdly named places over there, he was telling me. One place that means young celebrator of pain. The thing is, some of these places are 700 years old. I guess they didn't really know how to name places back then. You know, when I was a kid, my brother and I used to drive our parents crazy on long drives like this. Our folks wouldn't let us listen to the radio in the car. So we used to make up these songs about food on long drives to pass the time. We had this one with about 30 verses, each about a different kind of grain. There was this one time when we passed a billboard for this new kind of bread. Blah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread. Oh yeah, that drove Mom and Dad crazy. Come on, join in. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah
This is a very
bread.
pretty game.
In hell they have a hell a lot of blah
Contrast to the
bread.
pixelated. I'm sandwiching a pretty game in between pixelated games. You have it recorded?
Actually, I'm beginning to understand my parents' perspective.
I have a matchbook and a
Getting
toothbrush.
older's funny. It's like reading a book where less and less happens, but the writing gets better and better. Thanks. I got it from an app. It's this app with philosophical sayings. My wife got it for me, to make me sound smarter. She had a way with words.
Sounds like you two made a good
Yeah,
team.
well, that all sort of depends on which raisin you take out of the box, right? How you spin it. We were married for 37 years.
Wow.
People used to ask us how we managed, being married and all, working off the side of the road together, sharing a little trailer. The truth is, nobody knows if they're happily married. All they know is that it's the thing they've been doing every day for the last 37 years. It's not
Figure that
that
was the
simple,
point of being married.
Copernicus. Life has a way of chipping away at that certainty. It'd be easier if you had a number assigned to you, a number from 1 to 100, printed on both your foreheads where you could always see it. It would arrive in the mail every year, right after you file taxes. Oh, we're a 71. That couple down the street, the Rosens, they're an 82 this year. Oh, I guess they have it a bit better than us. Some way knowing.
I'd say 71 isn't bad.
There's a photo in that glove box there of us, standing in front of our trailer. It was in a magazine. One of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country.
Mind if I take a look?
Well, I never opened the glove box myself. It's kind of a superstition of mine.
So can I have a look?
But help yourself.
Good. "1954 Almanac." Photo.
Hey, where'd you get that? That's not her. And that guy there, he looks like you.
What's this doing in the car?
I don't know. I was going to ask you the same question, Copernicus. Did he? Who gave this to you?
It's your glove box, not mine.
Well, I guess it belongs to you. You'd better hold on to it.
Who do you think the woman is?
What woman?
The woman in the photo.
Oh, her. Well, hard to say. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. What's that black thing in the glove box anyway?
Binoculars.
See anything interesting there? A windmill, eh? No idea.
Scenic break. Scenic break. Let's tap. His name Vern.
Say, want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Why did the raisin take the prune to the dance?
They thought it was a date?
He couldn't get
Oh, he
a
couldn't
date.
get a date.
Hey, that reminds me. It's almost 4:30. You'll like this. It's my favorite. I once knew the hostess, Darlene. She used to change the tires on my truck on Highway 51.
Welcome to another Interstate Riddle Hour. Here's our first riddle. Keep your eyes peeled, all you blacktop carpetbaggers. I fly, yet I have no wings. I cry, yet I have no eyes. Darkness follows me. Lower light I never see. Very good. Here's our next one. A gatekeeper forever bound.
Hi, Hevel.
He opens and shuts with a similar sound.
Am I supposed to be able to guess? Because it's not giving me a thing to guess. Gatekeeper forever bound opens and shuts with a similar sound. It's just more, you know, trying to find something that will let me select it. That would help.
Need some help?
Can you repeat the riddle?
A gatekeeper forever bound. He opens and shuts with a similar sound.
I'm not really good at riddles. Hi, Hevel. Also, if I didn't say hi, Hevel, did I say hi, Hevel? Zipper.
Very good.
I don't know why I listen to this every day. Damn questions are rigged. I never get them.
Says the guy who never knew what pressure to keep his tires at.
Hey!
But how does it...
Having fun? Want to keep going?
Sure.
Great. Here's another one. Take one out and scratch my head. I am now black, but what?
Matches.
Once was red. What am I? Well done. Okay,
That one's
here's
easy.
a tough one. I have 4 wings but cannot fly. I never laugh and never cry. On the same spot I'm always found, toiling away with little sound. What am I?
Wilma? Or a fan? Four wings but cannot fly. Just
Need
wanna hear
some
it again.
help? I have 4 wings but cannot fly. I never laugh and never cry. On the same spot I'm always found, toiling away with little sound. All right, here's our last
Windmill.
riddle. He lies without touching the ground.
Oh, come on, Darlene. Damn it, Darlene.
Burn.
I should have tipped her better when she changed the tires. She's been out to get me ever since.
What do you
Look, she
know?
isn't being straight with you, kid.
Check the photo, Copernicus. The photo in your bag. Then you'll see.
What?
She's in trouble, Copernicus. You must help her.
How did you change that?
Things like that happen all the time on this highway. It's nothing to lose your scrunchie over.
Turn the radio back on. I want to talk to Darlene.
Riddle hour has now ended. I've helped you all I can this time. So long, Copernicus.
Kid, I am sorry about your girlfriend. But I had nothing to do with it. It's just the opposite. I was sent to protect you.
What? Protect me from whom?
From yourself. You picked this car every bit as much as I chose to stop for you.
What do you mean?
You picked this car, picked me, not to feel anything.
Why would I do that?
Let's not kid ourselves. You don't seem like a guy who wants to remember.
Do you remember what?
Kid, just let it go. There's nothing for you down that road. Nothing but hurt.
Why should I believe
Look.
your lies?
I admit I lied. But only about one thing.
We've met before.
Yeah, we've met. Twice, in fact.
All right,
Sure.
let's start from the beginning.
You showed up at my trailer park taking photos. At first, I was a bit suspicious, since there were plans to kick us out and develop the trailer park into some kind of shopping center. But then it became clear that you'd been sent here by a magazine to do one of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country.
Was she there with
The
me?
woman in the photo? No, I didn't actually meet her. I just know what you told me about her. She was backpacking around Europe without you. And you? You weren't taking it so well.
How do you know all this stuff about?
Oh, I know a lot about you. I know about the phone number in the matchbook. I know you thought about not showing it to me. Kid, I told you, you don't want to go down that road.
What else are you not being
Well-
honest about?
There's one more lie I told you. We're not #1 anymore. In raisin production. We were surpassed last year by Turkey.
Don't change the subject. Tell me
I
the
wasn't
truth
afraid of the
anyway.
truth either. Back then. My wife. When she got the x-rays. When she knew.
Mhm.
She decided to spare my feelings. Didn't tell me anything. Hid the x-rays in one place I'd never suspect. Because it was so obvious.
There in the glove box.
Stayed closed until today. Till you came along.
Stop changing the subjects and get to the
I
point.
wish it was that simple, kid.
What do you mean?
Hey, Chief. Why don't you have a look here?
There's someone in the back seat.
He appeared on this highway about the same time you did. I guess he's part of what you're running from.
Turn around. There's no one there. How'd he vanish?
Not sure. You can't see him directly. He only shows up in mirrors, windows, pictures.
What is happening
Well,
here?
we haven't talked yet about the second time we met.
Tell me about the second time.
That's the thing. It's a little hard to explain. Better if I just take you there.
Take me where?
It's just a quick detour. We'll be there in a minute.
The windmill? This has got to be some kind of, like, we're in hell. Or heaven, or some sort of, you know, journey like that. Quick detour. It's gone very dark. How's everyone doing?
A man travels along a road until he reaches a gate at the top of a hill. The road has been long and straight so far, and the going has been easy. But now the man can't go any further, so he takes a seat by the road to rest. The man waits.
What
And
game is that,
after a
Jesse?
length of time that seems neither short nor long, the gate opens, and a guard appears.
Ask God for entry.
The man asks
Oh.
the guard for entry, but the guard says he cannot let him enter at the moment. The man thinks for a second and asks if he will be allowed through later. It is possible, says the guard, but not now.
It's just I've got game suggestions turned off right now because my queue is ridiculously backlogged.
The gate now stands slightly open, and the man tries to look through it longingly. His journey has been easy so far, and he misses the feeling of the open road. The guard notices and laughs. Even if you could gain entry, there are many gatekeepers after me. Some are much stronger than me, and I'm afraid to look upon them. So there the man waits, for days, months, years, waiting to enter. One day, when he's given up hope of entering, a single question occurs to him, one he has not thought of before. Why, he wonders aloud, are there no other travelers along this road? All these years, no one but myself has waited in front of this gate. The answer to this question comes from a voice near his shoulder. It is you who made this gate, says a bird perched nearby. So it exists for no one but you. But why? Asks the traveler. Why would I choose to stop here? The bird answers after hungrily eating a crust of bread from the man's hand. After this point, the road becomes less straight. It splinters like the tree in which I live, splitting into dozens, hundreds of branches. The path becomes impossibly narrow and frail, and crowded with the view of other paths one could have taken. There's only one point ahead on the road where all paths converge, where all points join, where the light shines through skin and through lies. But it's never been reached by one of your kind, a traveler who walks on feet. Shoo! Cries the guard, chasing the bird away. Don't listen to his nonsense. Having said this, he takes a seat next to the traveler. But not before closing the gate. Forever. So when you think about it, who
Thanks,
knows
Jesse.
how
Sorry, I
long
was doing
we've
it at the
been
same
sitting
time.
Here, just like this, on this road. Take it from me. It's better to face things with, what's it called again? Fortitude. Better not to feel too much. Want to raise
I
them?
thought the game was a surprise. No,
You
thank
sure? You just need to get used to them.
I thought the game was a surprise because you wouldn't have
Life is
expected I'd
like
like
a
it,
box of
rather than a
raisins.
surprise for me.
That's some Forrest Gump type wisdom for you right there. Here, I'll leave the box open for you. Help yourself.
Fine, we'll have a raisin. Went weird last time. Yeah. Why are we now surrounded by birds?
Look, hooded crows all along this road. I have to chase these for my farm every harvest.
Just eat raisins now. They're
They
there.
look hungry. Didn't get much peck out of this last harvest.
Why is the...
You don't want to do that, kid. These birds are unpredictable. There's no telling what they'll do once they start swarming. Get enough of these crows together and it's big trouble.
I know, I saw the sign that said something about feeding the birds will make them swarm, but...
You're making a mistake, kid. You don't know where they're taking you. Look, I'll help you. I'll help you figure out what happened when she came back from Europe. Look, I get that you're
Sworn
mad,
to deceive
and
me.
I don't blame you. But you don't know what's out there, kid. What other drivers on this road are like. Stay with me, and things will play a whole lot safer.
Oh, wait, I want to
All
know the
right,
truth.
I guess you made your choice. Don't blame me for what happens next. Now they've taken control of the car.
How do crows
I
taste?
don't know, Copernicus. Why don't you ask them? We're at my farm, Copernicus. I had a funny feeling. The moment you looked through those binoculars.
What do they
Well,
want?
they're pulling us around in circles. They're afraid of the scarecrows I put up here last summer. They want to take you, I suppose, to that windmill in the middle.
How do we rotate them? How do we rotate them? Tip, use the binocular. Thank you.
You need to rotate the scarecrows. See if you can find something in this car that's it, kid. Now, more of the same.
Welcome back, Nikki.
Almost there.
Hi, Homer.
They're gonna tear the car apart if they keep this up. They're afraid of the scarecrows I put up here last summer. The birds, they're afraid to look the scarecrows in the face. That's it, kid. I think it's for you. They have a way of leaving gifts once you've fed them. Often something shiny or a piece of string.
Or a photo. The crows, they're helping me remember.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. It's practically a cliche. Going to Europe to have new experiences, and yeah, it's corny, but maybe find myself.
I guess I'm just worried that you'll find yourself but lose me along the way.
I'll be back before you know it. Promise. Here's a security deposit.
What a weird box. Did you win this at the circus?
It's great, right? I'll send you something special from Europe to put inside, so you know I'm thinking of you. And then we have our road trip together when I get back. You won't miss me anyway. You have plenty to keep you busy, like that job in California. The story about
The vanishing grape farmers. You're right. I'm worrying too much. I love it. Does it lock?
In some other world, it must, but not here. Okay, trade you a memory box for your Polaroid. Say cheese.
Well, now that you know how it started, it doesn't make the next step any easier, does it?
I need to find out what took my memories, what
Listen.
happened to me.
I disapprove of just about every choice you've made on this trip. But I like you, kid, and I can see you've made up your mind. If you want to find your girlfriend, if you want to find out what happened, if you really want to go there, you've got to find that box.
Okay, but it could be
I
anywhere.
don't know, kid. But find that box and the key. Open the box before it's too late. Well, this is where I say goodbye. Unless you want to help transport 4 bushels across. Nah. Just remember, there are many more gates ahead and many more guards. I'm pretty much the friendly drunken uncle of the bunch.
You played
Well,
this one before.
Good luck to
Yeah,
you, kid.
it's weird.
Oh, one more thing.
What is it?
What did the grape say when he got run over by the car?
Nothing, but he let out a little whine.
Nothing. He just gave a little whine. Good luck with your search.
The game's a metaphor, is it? Cool. Finish ride 1. Picked this car, picked me to not feel anything. Oh no, it's good. Even grumpier guy.
It's the second house on the right here. No, wait. The third.
Don't you remember where it is? I thought you spent your whole childhood here.
Do you know what put us on top of the food chain? Do you know? And please don't say opposable thumbs. Plenty of animals have those. Possums, koalas, something
Monkeys.
called the waxy monkey leaf frog. They're nothing special. Forget about thumbs, okay? Memory is what put us here. So many of our dreams are set in the places where we used to live. We want to see them, visit them again.
No.
There should be a rule, a kind of social convention. The old apartment rule. Works like this. We can show up any place we used to live and simply explain, oh, I used to live here. There's nothing strange about it. The people who live there just throw open their doors and invite us in to have a look around. So we can go back home again. So we can be whole. Hey, are you keeping an eye out? Oh dear. I didn't mean to put you to sleep with my talking.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
We're looking for Asper Street. At least it used to be called that. The
Save the whale.
problem is that a few years ago they rearranged all the letters of the street signs in this neighborhood. Very impractical. I didn't catch your name. I'm Hobbs.
Hops, really?
Yes, that's whatever.
Hello, Ladaris. Greetings from Spokane. I'm visiting for a lecture. Wish you were here. My hotel room is shaped like this. Your friend Hops.
Everyone calls me. Everyone except my students, of course.
So, Hops, I have a question.
Just a second. Let's find this Asper Street, please, before we begin our inquiries. Like I say, they might have rearranged the letters a bit.
You'll be hungry again soon. Watchbook, photo, toothbrush.
Oh, that's not it, I'm afraid. We're looking for Asper Street.
Ashland. School. Reaps.
Yes, that's it. Very good.
Metaphor, you're an illusion,
We're
are you,
on
Jesse?
our way. Now, there was something you wanted to ask.
You're the next guard, right? Like, you can pretend not to know me, then.
Turn out that big surprise. I do know you.
Hey, Jack. Having a great road trip would be a little easier if my boyfriend could drive. Haha. Tell Mum I'll be back in time for her birthday, Kira. Jack Pinkham. Right, a game show hostess for Trapped in the Radio will give you away.
Trapped in the radio?
I just mean we've met before,
Oh,
right?
yes. We've all met you along this highway. Now, I picked you up because I could tell you're looking for something. Something you've lost.
How could you tell
We're
that?
all looking for something on this road. I've never met anyone who wasn't.
What are you
My
trying to
dog.
find?
Well, she's been missing for a long time now.
What's her name?
Hops, like me. Stupid idea, naming a dog after yourself. They constantly think they're being trained. Every time someone you know stops you in the street. Made her a little bit high-strung. So, Vern mentioned this problem you have with a photo.
Wait, you know the raisin
Vern?
farmer guy?
Sure. Now, I know almost everybody on this road. Well, there's not many of us after all. Excellent raisins that guy Vern has. Did you try one?
Yeah, I did.
Delicious. Am I right?
No, they were weird.
Okay, show me this photo.
Sure, it's in my backpack.
So, you're looking for her. What happened to her?
Have you seen her?
Well, I can help you with one part. You two came by my house, yes? See, that's my silo. There in the background.
You have a grain silo in your backyard?
I've got a lot of dogs. After a while, the kitchen got completely full. I'm not very good at getting rid of things, as you can see. Anyway, I invited you two in and put the kettle on the stove. But you never wound up making it through the front door. There was some kind of argument.
What was it about?
She suddenly had to take a call. You got impatient.
Where's the call from?
I don't know, but you didn't seem happy about it. I had the feeling it was a recurring thing. Someone who's in the habit of getting in the way between you two.
I want to find it. Can you help?
I'm happy to help. However I can. What do you have in mind?
Can you take me to the house?
My house? I'll do you one better.
Meaning?
If you want to know what happened to her, why don't you just ask her yourself?
How?
You haven't asked me yet where we're headed.
Okay, where are we headed?
Warehouse of lost things. Impressed?
Well, yeah.
Okay. It's this warehouse that contains everything you've ever lost in your life. You can find anything there, even feelings, but you only get 15 minutes to look.
Only 15?
Yes, only 15 minutes. It really threw me the last time I was there. I got distracted by some mittens. I had as a kid. Left them at a bus stop sometime in the mid-60s. After that, my parents bought those things that clip your mittens to your coat so it wouldn't happen again.
A warehouse full of everything I'd lost. It would be full. Can find anything there?
Why not? Shamanic tribes of the Amazon believe that in order to heal,
But there's a couple of things I've lost and I wouldn't mind finding.
find the thing you've lost among your spirits and bring it back. Now, and to think about all the things we misplace. Atlantis, huh? And we lost an entire city once. Why shouldn't we get a second chance just to go back and retrieve some of the things we've left behind?
Do you think it should
I
be there?
suppose. Well, I've never looked for people. It definitely works for pets, though. I found several of my dogs there when they've run away from time to time. Stick with me, you'll see. Just keep
The
your eyes
box.
peeled.
We need the box.
Now, if I remember correctly, it's only about another 20 minutes from here.
Okay. Don't want a scenic break. Continue.
Peculiar.
What is it?
It's nothing. Just wondering about this green light.
Green lights are usually
Are you one
good.
of these people who's good with cars?
You don't know what it means?
I was hoping you might know. I never saw it before until you got into the car.
Do you have a manual somewhere?
Car manual? Oh no, that's not the sort of book I keep in here. I'm a humanities teacher. No, I think we'll wait to find a mechanic someplace. Perhaps that part-time quiz show hostess.
Darlene?
Ah, the green light. The epic sense of man's urgency. The future that keeps receding from us. Yes, I suppose you've read The Great Gatsby, too. It's probably nothing major, just a reminder to get something checked. But what do I know? I'm not the technical sort.
Anything usually bad is usually red or
We
orange.
could ask Lola. Well, she's very good with these things.
Who's Lola?
Lola's a kind of oracle. Well, she's given me lots of good advice, right from where you're sitting. Besides, more to the point, I'd like to check with her about directions, just to make sure we're pointed the right way. See if you can find her here.
Maybe a woman.
No, not a woman. A bear. Well, she's quite small, you see. A toy bear. Now, I found her at the World's Fair in Barcelona, 1929, at an exhibition about alchemy. Lola Montez. Well, she's somewhere in this car now. Feel free to rummage around as much as you need.
I mean, I've already had a look. key.
What have you got there?
Mine. A key.
Interesting.
Probably for that
Looks
box.
familiar.
Can I keep it? Ah, no, glove box.
There
Glove
she
box.
is. Ah, Lola.
Oh,
Put her on the glove box lid, my boy. That's where she likes to speak.
there's also an apple. She speaks?
Yes, sometimes directly, sometimes in more of a roundabout way. Lola, dearest, now I'm here with this young fellow here, and well, the warehouse. Now, it's left up here on Concord Avenue, right? She's not ready to talk yet.
Is there something we can do?
She's lonely, and she misses her friends.
Her friends? What kind of
Fellow
friends?
memory objects. That's her preferred company. Trinkets like her, lost and found many times over the years, imbued with the memories of everyone who's ever claimed them as their own. Get enough of them together, and things start to get interesting. The present moment peels back like wallpaper.
Radical Stiper is an allegory.
The past behind it, and the future ahead.
Or a fable? So this bear can tell
Her
the
and her
future.
friends. Yes. She's very good. She even remembers my dog's names.
What's your dog been missing for?
About 9 months.
9 months? You've been
Well,
looking the
no,
whole
I
time.
couldn't look for her these last months. I got a bit detained.
Detained?
Yes. It all started when I was buying some tube socks. I was on the escalator.
Thank you.
Trying to leave the mall. Do you ever have that thing where you buy something and you know it's the right thing, but you start worrying about it just as you're leaving? I was staring at the socks, wondering if they were the right length. Now, I knew they were, but I must have not been paying attention. Because suddenly, I slipped down that crack at the end of the escalator, right where you're supposed to step off.
Seriously?
Yes, exactly the thing kids are always worrying about, getting sucked down the escalator.
How does that happen?
First quite quickly, and then very slowly. Before you know it, you're banging around in this chute, and then you land at the bowling green.
The bowling
That's
green.
what they call the entrance. That's a little area with some onboarding materials and that fake grass carpeting, so the landing isn't so rough. It's the most fantastic place. Under the escalator, just vast. Like falling out of bed and landing on the moon.
This game is making me feel uncomfortable, I have to say. Are there other people?
Oh, no. There are other people there, but not much good for company. Everyone's just waiting to get out. Very poserish scene down there. Let me tell you. A lot of staged ennui.
So what is it they're down to do?
Oh, not much really. There's an old black and white TV that only gets a few channels. There's some old board games just lying around, but they're all missing pieces and instructions. There was one box that promised 8 games in one. Now, but I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to play a single game. A couple of decks of cards, all incomplete. I must have dreamt 20 times that I found the 4 of clubs.
How did you escape?
They open the escalator every year on January 1st. To clear everyone out. They used to do it more often, but then, well, yeah. But
You're an
I
oxymoron,
fell
are
in
you,
the
Alkesh?
beginning of April, one of the last cold weekends of the year. Really tough thing to get your head around, being trapped in there almost a whole calendar year.
Oh god, if you fell in on like January 2nd, you'd be screwed. Sounds very trying.
Pretty much the only thing that passes for excitement there is when somebody new drops in. Pretty quickly, you learn to tell the difference between the real people and the mannequins they drop down the chute.
The mannequins?
Sure. That's how they keep everyone fed down there. They stuff mannequins full of food and supplies, put them on the escalator, and just let them slide down the chute. Oh, that's a big moment. When they drop the mannequins down, really breaks up the monotony. Everyone rushes over to tear the mannequin apart to get their hands on the food inside.
Seems like a strange system.
Oh, indeed. But I guess it's the easiest way to get the food to slip down the crack. Now, one time, a real guy fell down the shaft and was mistaken for a mannequin. Now, he was half torn to shreds before I pulled him out of there. Poor fella didn't look lifelike enough.
Poor guy.
Oh, yes. He was really quite beside himself. He gave me his pipe as a token of appreciation for saving him from the mob. Well, I still keep it in my pocket.
Nice pipe.
Oh, look. Let's give it to her, please.
Give to Bella.
Let's see if she's feeling more sociable. Lola, dear, are you feeling more chatty now? She says her tea party is still missing 2 guests. You see, we just need to find 2 more of her friends.
Is that tea?
Ah, of course. My audiobook about the gulag makes perfect sense. Only one more object to find now.
How does it make perfect sense?
Oh, well, it's something I used to play for her in the car an awful lot. There was this one story she used to adore.
Never mind. Let's hurry up and get the
Oh,
next subject.
here's a fellow who's eager to get to
I
the
don't want to
bottom
listen
of
to a story about
things.
the gulag. No offense. Just want to get
No,
some
it's
answers.
okay. I tend to ramble on a bit. What is it ye be wanting to the answer for?
Who am I?
It's a reasonable question. Well, the answers are all in front of you. You just have to decide if you want to go all the way down the tunnel or not.
I guess I do.
You sure? You don't look quite like a fellow who wants to know the truth.
You're wrong. I do.
Well, never mind what I think. It's a simple choice. I can give you the blue pill, and you'll return to your previous life, remembering nothing of any of this. Or I can give you the red pill, but then you're in here playing for keeps.
Right, but
You sure? No turning back after this.
playing for keeps.
All right then, down the hatch. The only thing that gets better is that by the end of the year, the new people who fall through the escalator won't get so grouchy about it.
What's going on? Why has nothing changed?
Oh, the red pill. I was just kidding about that. It's a tic-tac. You should see your face right now.
Swipe.
Sorry, I have an awful sense of humor. I do enjoy a good practical joke. I pulled off a few whoppers in my
Oh, it must be
time.
nearly at time. Yeah. Please don't do that again.
Very well.
Scenic break. Tap the driver.
Listen, can I ask you an honest question?
I don't have all the answers.
Okay, here goes. This girlfriend of yours, why is it so important for you to find her? I mean, okay, the burnt photo, damsel in distress, etc., etc. I get it. But if you can't remember anything about her...
We'll always have this.
Actually, now I remember one
this
thing.
is Lola's influence. It's starting to work. You feel it, right?
All you have to do is find your way back to me.
Kira.
Let's keep him as our pet.
There was a firefly
You
in
two
a glass
didn't even
bottle.
mean to capture it. It just flew into the empty bottle.
It's a good memory.
Yeah, so you think maybe the goal of this whole ride is to return to that moment of innocence and recapture the magic of that moment?
Doubt it. You
Can't
can't
repeat the
recreate.
past. Why, of course you can. Well, for your sake, I hope so.
What do you mean?
I think you know. You're like me. The past is the only place left for us. When we were young, we thought the past could only tie us down. Everything we wanted, freedom, lay ahead on the open road. Well, that was yesterday, and this is today. Now the past is all you've got, and the future is full of pain.
I think you're confusing the two of us.
Well, when we get to the warehouse, remember to keep an eye out for a firefly in a glass bottle. It shouldn't be hard to spot. They tend to keep that place pretty dimly lit.
No, I want the box.
Oh, look.
It's a racing guy. I remember this
Looks
from last
like
car.
Vern started doing some advertising. I guess he's finally decided to take matters into his own hands. Normally, he's so stoic, letting things take their own course, never complaining.
He tried to hide the truth from me.
Well, he was just trying to help you. Seems like you can use it. You're totally infected with this frontier spirit, am I right? Always move ahead, always continue along the two-lane blacktop. Take the red pill, don't look back, right? Wrong. You don't know what you're dealing with here, young man. Maybe Vern exaggerates a bit, but at least he knows these parts. You should turn back here. No, I'm serious. Take the whole goddamn pack of Tic Tacs if you want.
Why'd you keep looking around
It's
so
just
much?
Lola. Blast nothing.
You're lost, aren't you?
Someone changed the street signs. Him. He's been here. I swear it was the second left past the red house. But don't worry. Don't worry. We'll find it. It's right around here.
Do you have a map somewhere?
No, it seems to have disappeared along with the car manual. I just want to find my dog. Ah, these streets all look the same. This is worse than falling down an escalator. Here, take this. See if you can figure out which way is east.
It doesn't compass, it's something
Are
else.
you sure?
It's a kaleidoscope.
Look through it and see if it tells you which way is east. No luck, huh?
No, all I see was
maybe
your
it does
face.
something useful.
Give to Lola.
Oh, listen. She's starting to talk. Hopefully we can get out of this maze now and head on our way. Lola, dear, this young man and I, we're looking for... She's saying something. Something about you. A car crash? No. He's fine. Well, just look at him.
I'm intrigued, I have to say.
She thinks you've caused some kind of accident. I can vouch for this young man, Lola. Well, he's been with me almost the entire afternoon. She says she knows who you are and that she wants to help you. She's gathered these memory objects for a purpose, for you to put together, to bring you earthly knowledge, she says.
But I need to finish.
Very peculiar.
Assemble the memory objects. Looks like a camera. Polaroid camera. In the world.
Well, isn't that something? It's alchemy, my boy. Art. A camera. Your means for turning water into wine, redeeming the past, renewing memories.
What am I supposed to
Well,
photograph?
nothing needs redeeming more than the American suburbia. Am I right? Americana, where the surreal intermingles with the mundane. Here's your chance, my boy. Create a photo journal. Win some awards. Fireflies, sent directly from your memory, I suppose, to guide you. Oh, hello there, Lampiridine.
Amazing. You look about 20 years younger.
Oh, those sideburns. Don't let my students get a hold of that. I think they're not done yet. They want you to take more photos.
Okay, I think that's the saving thing. We have to switch games. So we're going to do that. Actually, I'm going to take a very quick break, and then I'll be back in a few minutes.